should know about Tim Gross. It was Bernstein that fell to Gross in the final round here 1 year ago, giving young Tim Gross his first ever NHRA National Event title. You can see all the work that was done to that car after the engine explosion, some panels placed in the hood and lots of cracks still in the fiberglass body, but it still works fine. For Candice and Hughes and Mark Oswald, they have been consistent in the mid-560s. Can they maintain that performance level? Look at Oswald pull away from Tim Gross and pull away from the center line. Almost crossing the center line was Mark Oswald. He did not. He goes into the finals only 0.03 of a second slower than Bernstein, and Bernstein thus has the lane choice when they meet in the finals at the Keystone National. This marks the third time these two drivers have met in the finals, and Oswald has won both times before.
Well, Mark Oswald certainly found out why they put a steering wheel on these cars. You were all over the place.
Yeah, it was out of hand. Made it down there, though.
Indeed it did. On a 568, you just missed lane choice.
Yeah, if it would have went straight, I think we'd have had it, you know.
I think you lost about 500 taking the rainbow route.
It's plenty out of control.
Away.
Well, Candice down here, the car owner, congratulating you. You did do a fine job.
Thank you. Thank you.
In the pit area, the final touches being put on that high-tech Pontiac of Don Beverly, a surprise finalist in Pro Stock. We'll be seeing him in just a moment. GTX Keystone Nationals. Kim LaHaye performing the heavy work as a crew chief should on her dad Dick LaHaye's car, getting it ready for the final round match against Don Garlitz, who's also getting set.
Well, the heavy mechanical work is going on in Big Daddy Don Garlitz's pit right now, Dave. But when that is completed, the final thing that he is going to do, and he will do this personally, he will go to what I referred to earlier as his weather station. And it's this case of instruments: air density, temperature, humidity, the actual altitude of the property here at Maple Grove. All of that will be fed into this small little scientific computer, which is previously programmed. And that will tell him just exactly how much nitromethane, percentage-wise, he should run in the tank. It'll give him a lot of information about tuning that engine. You heard Garlitz, I believe, say earlier, well, the air is 1,000 feet difference. As humidity comes up, it's like going up 1,000 feet in elevation where the air is thinner. But right now, looks to me like the humidity is coming down, and Garlitz may indeed have a shot at some new national records.
Steve, on the surface, a very simple sport, but one that is complex indeed. Here are some very sophisticated race cars in the lengthening shadows at Maple Grove Raceway. Bruce Allen in the far lane, the surprising Don Beverly in the near lane. Our Pro Stock final, Pontiac versus Chevrolet. The two cars finally staged, and it's an advantage to Allen, but Don Beverly isn't giving any quarter. Beverly charges on in the near lane. It's an upset. Don Beverly wins the race. His elapsed time, 7.54 seconds. The crew overjoyed. Bruce Allen was close at a 7.57 seconds, 0.03 of a second at the finish line at the start. Bruce Allen had a 0.02 of a second advantage as he left the starting line ahead of Don Beverly. But that very sophisticated Pontiac Firebird of Beverly pulled ahead right at the end of the quarter-mile race course, and by a matter of inches, won the race. Don Beverly, the first time ever a Pro Stock championship in his garage.
Don Beverly. This has got to be one of the biggest upsets in Pro Stock in many, many years. A fine drive, a 754 beat a 757. It's got to feel wonderful.
It was a good run. Bruce does a great job. He's a good guy to race. True champion. The Rhea Morrison team's great.
You know, Bruce told me, he said, Beverly's a real calm guy. You're incredibly calm for what you've accomplished today.
Well, I tell you, it's maybe I haven't thought about it enough yet, but it's maybe it'll get to me in a little bit. But it was a lot of fun, and for my team, Randy Smith and Cliff Hughes and Boney and Mike and everybody, it's a real. We went this race last year, which we just got started, and it's to go this far. It's really great.
So this is really the anniversary of your first year in Pro Stock, and what a way to celebrate it.
I appreciate that a whole bunch.
What a job this fella did.
Steve, what a surprise. Don Beverly wins Pro Stock at the Keystone Nationals, going over to shake hand with the man that he just defeated. That's Bruce Allen on the starting line. What a pair. Mark Oswald in the far lane, Kenny Bernstein in the near lane. The two quickest cars in all of funny car racing at this event. They qualified number 1 and number 2 with Bernstein on top. It's a pick-em race. The shiny front wheel on Oswald's car blanked out with white shoe polish to prevent any random reflections from getting into the starting line device there in the center of the track. Bernstein got the lane choice. He picked the lane nearest the camera. He thinks that's the best, and it's a whole shot for Oswald by about a half a car length. He is ahead of Kenny Bernstein, and he holds it. And Mark Oswald defeats Kenny Bernstein for the third time this season, moving him ever closer in that World Championship points chase. The quickest time of eliminations, he saved the best for last, 5.61 seconds. His speed, 257 miles an hour. You want to see close, funny car racing? Watch this. Oswald, by 100th of a second, had the advantage when they left the starting line. There's a little bit of smoke off the tires from Kenny Bernstein's car. That gave Oswald just enough time to pull ahead by a car length, and he held it all the way to the finish line.
Good shot. Good deal. Mark Oswald wins his third NHRA title of the year, but this one has got to be maybe the sweetest. A 561 to a 66, and you beat the baddest guy in the sport, no question about it.
Yeah, those guys are definitely hot. We're really happy to be able to beat them. You know, we got a lot of people to thank. You know, Pontiac, Old Milwaukee Beer, our sponsors have been real good to us. You know, everybody on the crew worked real hard.
Tell me about the race itself from the moment you left.
I think I got out on him a little. It felt like I had a little bit of a lead, and I was just trying to hang on. It's just like last round, the car was skating around on the other end, just trying to keep it off the center line.
Did you see him down the racetrack?
No, I didn't see him once. After about 100 feet, I never saw him.
Anytime you can outpower Kenny Bernstein in the lane he put you in, you've really accomplished something, Mark.
Yeah, the racetrack was excellent here in both lanes today, which helped us out quite a bit.
Congratulations, champion.
Thanks, Steve.
An outstanding driving job by 33-year-old Mark Oswald. A congratulatory handshake from Kenny Bernstein. There's one race left at the Keystone Nationals, the final in Top Fuel. Dick LaHaye talking to his daughter Kim. Big Daddy Don Garlits defending his championship. Grove Raceway. I'm Dave McClelland along with Steve Evans, and we're down to the last race of what has been a surprise-packed day. Dick LaHaye against Don Garlits for the Top Fuel title. The shadows beginning to lengthen as the sun's setting here late in the afternoon at Maple Grove. Dick LaHaye has been in the finals 4 times thus far this year, twice against Garlits, and has lost all 4 times. Garlits has got to be considered the favorite. He has got low elapsed time of the meet set in the first round of eliminations. He is the defending champion, and he comes off of that ultimate victory at the U.S. Nationals just a couple of weeks ago. The little tiny front tires pioneered by Garlits in his aerodynamic efforts at the front of that dragster, and it is LaHaye and Garlits. LaHaye smokes the tires, and Garlits has engine problems. LaHaye upsets Garlits in the finals and is your Top Fuel champion. His elapsed time, 5.57 seconds. His speed, 251 miles an hour. And as we look again, you can see exactly how it happened. Garlits and LaHaye lead the starting line just locked together. As they get down track just a little bit, LaHaye starts smoking the tires, indicating a loss of traction. But then the pendulum swings and Garlits has engine problems. LaHaye streaks ahead and takes his first win this year.
The last time we saw Dick LaHaye here on the USA Network was at Brainerd, Minnesota, as he sat dejectedly in the pits with a broken race car watching Don Garlits make a final run for all the money and all the points, but not today. Congratulations.
Thank God for that, I'll tell you. We both, I guess, smoked the tires, but this thing shook real bad and was all over the track. And I seen him out there, and then all of a sudden I just drove by him, and I thought, holy cow, I'm going to win this thing.
I think he may have had some motor problems as well.
That's too bad.
How many runners up?
This is our 5th final round this season.
The first one you actually captured. Oh, it's got to be sweet.
Oh, I'm just tickled to death. I mean, Kim's got to be so happy, and, you know, and the Republic people and everything, we're just tickled to death.
In fact, here comes Kim LaHaye. There's a little tear in those eyes, I guarantee you. Look at this girl boogie.
We got one.
Kim, you had the best view of that race, a better view than we did from down here. What happened from your standpoint?
Left the start line pretty good, but then it went out and it smoked the tires real hard. Started to move around, it got real loose, and that's what dropped the ET off a little bit, but got to the finish line first.
It certainly did. Congratulations, the LaHayes.
Steve, that's what I'd call a happy driver and his crew as the LaHaye family wins the Keystone Nationals. Our congratulations to all the winners here. For Steve Evans, I'm Dave McClelland saying so long from Maple Grove Raceway. The executive producer of Diamond P Sports is Harvey M. Palish. Supervising producer John B. Mullen. Produced and directed by Ron Giles. The 1986 Castrol GTX Keystone Nationals have been brought to you by Budweiser. For all you do, this Bud's for you. And by Oldsmobile, the official car of the National Hot Rod Association. Oldsmobile, where quality is built in. And by Bram Bendix Autolite, all quality products of Allied Automotive.